So I decided to go live on Twitch and talk about Nickelodeon sitcoms on stream. Honestly, my first intention was to just go on there and, roast every last one of the characters, but I got kind of sidetracked. iCarly, let's talk about that. I've mentioned iCarly a few times, and by mentioned I mean I have made references to singing the theme song on one stream. So wake up the members of my nation. It's been alluded to a few times on stream before, and I will say this: I was an iCarly kid. I don't know if y'all have seen iCarly. I don't know if y'all have seen Victorious, but I was an iCarly kid. If you were to ask me to go between the two, that's chill. That's perfectly fine. I preferred the show, like, if it was Victorious versus iCarly, I would definitely choose iCarly hands down. And I think that's just because iCarly was around longer, and iCarly actually had a freaking, like, finale to it. Unlike Victorious. Freaking losers didn't even have a series finale to it. You want to know what the last episode is? You want to know what the last episode is? Basically, the ending was all of them getting into a fight because on the Slap, which is like their version of like Twitter, so you know it's pretty bad. That's because that's the standard. It literally it ended with like all of them just like screaming at each other because they all wanted more like Twitter followers. Like I said, it was called the Slap, but like we don't want to call it that because that's dumb. And like iCarly actually had a finale. Like the finale for that one was like Carly's dad came back from the military like to take Carly to the little like daddy-daughter dance. It was the last year she could go because I think she was like officially 18 or something. And it ended with like the dad being like, well, if you want, you can live on the military base with me and you could just go to college down there. Like they've got like stuff for the students down there. And Carly was like, oh, but I don't want to leave everyone. And they're like, oh, come on, Carly. Like, this is your dad. Like, you should get the right to go, like, do whatever. And it was a cute ending. It was a good ending. Oh my god. It was a good ending. And anyways, simping was quite a bit on that show. There was also a lot of, like, just generally creepy kind of creepy vibes going on that show. I'm gonna be completely honest. iCarly did genuinely have some very creepy moments going on. For example, in terms of simping, Carly had a lot of simps. Some of them were, like, okay simps, like Freddy. Like, Freddy deserved better. I'm gonna be completely honest. Freddy deserved better. He was a simp, but he was a decent guy at the end of the day, alright? He just wanted to kiss his hot girlfriend, and he never got it. Listen. Freddy had problems. All the characters on that show had problems. But Freddy deserved to have a hot girlfriend and kiss her at the end of the day, okay? Freddy deserved to have what we all want, which is to have a hot girlfriend and kiss her. Like, you know, he wanted that. And I gotta respect that. Alright? I love your style. Oh my god. Guys, we have stumbled upon the Messiah. No, come back. Come back, the Messiah. Oh my god. Oh, he really is Jesus. Oh my god, we upset Jesus. Oh my god, we upset Jesus. Look, I really don't know how it turned into like an analysis, but I kind of got back on track. Carly and Sam did not treat Freddie Benson right, alright? And I can say that with a fact. Carly Shay was a bratty girl, sorta. Episode 1. Well, no, it's not episode 1. But, I'm sorry, I'm just looking at chat. He did not deserve Carly or Sam. And that is because Carly and Sam did not treat Freddy right. They didn't treat him right. And it's like, it's as simple as that. They just didn't treat him right. When we get into Carly's relationship with Freddy, the one time that she actually is in a relationship with Freddy, it's only kind of like as a pity thing because he saved her life. And Freddie did the mature thing, which, like, it was a really mature thing. Freddie did the mature thing and was like, oh, look, Carly, I don't want to date you because it seems like you're not in the whole, like, right headspace for this. Are you in the right headspace to receive information that you might be able to, like, that kind of thing. Like, you still kind of, like, you're thinking of me as, like, oh, the hero that, like, saved you from, like, blah, 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 dying in a truck. But, like, and Carly's just like, oh, okay. And then she, like, never even mentions it. They had a very, like, it was a very one-sided relationship, I can say that much. That does bring us to Sam. Now, Sam, look, I respected Sam a lot as a kid, and that's because I was a very stupid kid, and I didn't understand that what Sam was doing was incredibly mean and wrong and bad. Listen, all you kiddos, don't get a Sam Puckett in your life. Do not ever get a Sam Puckett in your life. And you want to know why? You want to know why you should never have a Sam Puckett in your life? It is because I am so bad at this. Sam Puckett was not a healthy person at all, and not in like a physical sense. Like, no, Sam Puckett was in very good shape. She was a very strong person, but Sam Puckett was very low-key abusive and toxic. This is starting to turn less into a roast and more into a character analysis, but we're gonna roll with it. We're gonna vibe with it because this game is horrible, and I may just switch to like survival because this is awful. You know what? I'm actually gonna start doing what I set out to do here in the first place, and that is to roast the iCarly and Victorious cast. Carly Shay was an entitled brat, alright? Look, I have literally met ticks that are less annoying than freaking Carly Shay. Like, giving my dog a tick bath would be a more pleasurable experience than having to sit and speak with Carly Shay. Carly Shay, literally, like literal, first of all, literal rocks, like literal stones, would have more of a personality than Carly Shay has. And giving like an angry dog a tick bath would be a more pleasurable experience than talking to her. Now we move on to Sam Puckett. Now look, Sam Puckett actually had some character. Alright, look, you were funny, but that doesn't excuse the copious amounts of physical abuse you put your friends through. I know I'm giving like Carly Shay crap for just being like a self-centered little brat, but like Sam Puckett, oh my god, she canonically committed crimes, and I wouldn't be surprised if she committed a war crime. And look, under normal circumstances, I would applaud. On top of that, the stuff she chooses to do, it's not even like funny. It's like, oh, she shoved a hot dog down a cop's pants. Like what's funny about that? Nothing's funny about that. Okay, but like Sam Puckett, you cannot tell me that she didn't just randomly commit war crimes. Sam Puckett definitely violated a Geneva Convention, and you can't tell me otherwise. I haven't played Blitz in probably years, so please forgive me. I'm just here to make funny joke about Minecraft and sitcoms. I don't know anything else. But Sam Puckett has definitely violated a Geneva Convention. If you want to tell me otherwise, you're probably right. But like, I don't believe you. Okay, I don't want to believe you. Earth, it's a kid's show. She didn't violate a Geneva Convention. Look, she went to juvie. She could have done it. Don't you lie to my face. Like, come on. Oh, you turned around. I didn't realize. I'm just gonna dip. Like, oh, it's a kid's show. It's a kid's show. Look, if they can say the word boobs, then one of the characters can violate a Geneva Convention. That's all I'm trying to say. All right, it's funny. I did also talk about like Freddie and Spencer, but honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't really have anything good to say about them, or at least nothing interesting. So I kind of switched lanes. Spencer was definitely in a homosexual relationship with Sako, but I don't know if the world's ready for that conversation yet. Look, I really don't know how I got here anyways, but I got there. They were in love. You cannot tell me. The fact that like Sako literally would like get like planes, like get someone to fly Spencer and his little sister and their friends across the country. And even though, yeah, like it was a questionable plane, like The fact that he was willing to do that, like, I'm sorry, if that's not true love, I don't know what is. I'm gonna be completely honest, Carly Shay low-key gives me homophobic vibes. Honestly, there's a lot of arguments to be made that like early 2000s or like mid to late 2000s, late 2000 to early 2010s. That's probably the best way I can put it. There's a lot of arguments to make that like the characters on that show just were not straight. Like there's a lot of like ones you can make. Like I know everyone's like, oh my god, Jade and Tori were like totally gay. Jade and Tori were like totally gay and stuff like that. Like I'm sorry. Spencer and Sako, Jade and Kat, like bro, there are better examples than that. Jade West was not straight. I can't put a label on it, I really can't, but she wasn't straight, alright? There's a reason that so many people look at her, like look back and they're like, oh my god, Jade West was my gay awakening. There's a reason! There's a reason! I feel like I need to update stream just being like, why the characters from Nickelodeon sitcoms were definitely not heterosexual. A thorough analysis by the Earth alien. You know what? Screw it. These are my headcanon sexualities for the Nickelodeon sitcom. Oh, you're not on my team. Nickelodeon sitcom characters. Okay, so basically, first off, we got Freddie Benson. Now, Freddie, I'm pretty sure Freddie was like a token head. I'm gonna be honest. I think Freddie was a pretty token head. You know what? I'm gonna be completely honest. If you walked up to me and said Freddie Benson is non-binary, I may believe you. I might believe you. Like, if you were like, my headcanon is Freddie Benson is non-binary, I'd be like, you know what? I can respect that. Carly Shay was straight and homophobic. I don't take criticism. Sam Puckett was definitely a bisexual mess, and she definitely had feelings for Carly Shay, and just did not know how to express them. So, yeah, she definitely had a bi panic between like Carly and Freddie. Spencer Shay is pansexual. I feel like he's non-binary. I feel like he would be non-binary. I wouldn't be surprised if he came out to me. Like if he came up to me, he's like, Earth, I have to tell you. This is a fictional character. I feel like if Spencer Shay walked up to me and said, Earth, I'm non-binary, I would be like, yeah, no, you know what? Like in my head, I'd be like, you know what? There were signs and I missed them. Obviously I would be accepting. I would be accepting all the way. I would 100% be accepting of this. It would be cruel of me to not be accepting. It would be disregarding basic human decency to not be accepting of this. But like, in the back of my head, I'd be like, there were definitely signs. There were definitely signs I could have picked up on. And I would be very supportive of it. Who else is there? Icarly had a much smaller cast than I thought they did. Gibby was pansexual. He was absolutely pansexual. He loves everyone. I don't think that man could like ever be anything but straight. And I feel like I think pretty much all of like the iCarly cast had like they weren't straight or they weren't cis or they like both. Like I feel like they all just weren't straight, and Carly was just like so aggressively homophobic that they all just did hush hush about it. And then that brings us to Victorious. So there actually turned out to be way more footage than I thought there was. So this is going to have to become a part 2. If you guys want to see that, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the comment button, hit the like, all that good stuff, and I will get the clips together, I will edit them, and I'll have them up here as soon as possible. Before I go though, I would like to state that none of this was meant to be harmful or derogatory towards any kind of identity or any type of sexuality, gender identity, anything like that. This is all in good fun, and this was all just like me looking back on these characters that I watched for a very long time, and now knowing that there are different gender identities and sexual identities outside of heterosexual and cisgender. This is what I could like see them identifying as, and like I said, this is just like if I was a writer, this is the identities I would probably wind up giving them. This isn't to say that any kind of identity follows a specific stereotype, but I just wanted to leave that clarity to make sure. Anyways, stay safe, I love you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye!